You are being played by your own biology. Every time someone cuts you off in traffic, every time a coworker makes a passive-aggressive comment, every time you see a headline that makes your blood boil, you are having a reaction. You think this reaction is you. You think it's a natural expression of your personality. It isn't. It is a chemical hit. You are an addict, and the world is your dealer. When you react, you are handing over the keys to your nervous system. You are letting a stranger reach inside your chest and squeeze your heart. You are letting an external event dictate the chemistry of your brain. That isn't freedom. That is a puppet show, and you are the one on the strings. Observe, don't absorb. That's the key. A reaction is a spike in your physiology. It's a rush of adrenaline, a tightening in the throat, a heat in the chest. In that split second, you have a choice. You can become the fire, or you can watch the fire burn. Most people become the fire. They scream, they defend, they spiral. They let the reaction consume their entire afternoon. They spend hours replaying the argument in their head, giving the other person free rent in their mind. You have a choice. You can continue to be a slave to your impulses, or you can become a master of the gap. Between the stimulus and the response, there is a space. In that space lies your power. Detachment is the art of widening that gap until the stimulus no longer has the power to reach the response. It's not about suppressing feelings, it's about analyzing energy. You don't need to stop the feeling from arising. You can't control the first half second of a reaction. That is biological. But you can control the next 10 minutes. When the heat rises, don't follow it. Don't give it a voice. Don't give it a reason. The moment you start explaining why you're angry, you've already lost. You've validated the reaction. You've given it a seat at the table. Observe, don't absorb. Think about a time someone insulted you. Feel that immediate spike. That is a pulse check. The other person is essentially asking, do I have power over you? If you snap back, the answer is yes. If you get defensive, the answer is yes. If you go home and cry about it, the answer is yes. But if you look at them with the same neutral curiosity you'd use to look at a strange bug on the sidewalk, the answer is no. You don't need their permission to remain neutral. You are not a victim of your nervous system. You are the observer of it. Imagine you were standing on a riverbank. Your thoughts and your reactions are the water. Most people are drowning in the river, being smashed against the rocks of their own emotions. Detachment is standing on the bank. You see the water moving fast. You see the debris floating by, but you are dry. You are still. You are not the water. Observe, don't absorb. Listen closely. Your triggers are actually your teachers. They are showing you exactly where you are still attached to the world's opinion. If a comment about your intelligence triggers you, it's because you are still insecure about your mind. If a comment about your weight triggers you, it's because you are still seeking external validation for your body. The trigger isn't the problem. The attachment is. It's not about the insult. It's about the insecurity. Stop blaming the person who pulled the trigger. Start wondering why you are so full of gunpowder. You have a choice. Next time you feel a reaction coming on, perform a biological audit. Stop talking, stop moving. Feel the physical sensation in your body. Is it a knot in your stomach? Is it a clenching in your jaw? Label it. Say to yourself, I am experiencing a tightening in my chest. By labeling the sensation, you separate yourself from it. You are no longer angry, you are an observer of anger. That's the key. The moment you name it, you claim it. The moment you claim it, you can drop it. Observe, don't absorb. The world wants you to react. The media wants you to react. Toxic people want you to react. Why? Because a reacting person is a predictable person. A reacting person is easy to lead. A reacting person is a consumer. But a person who can sit in the middle of a storm and feel nothing but a mild curiosity, that person is a god among men. That person cannot be bought, sold, or broken. You don't need their permission to be the calmest person in the room. It is a discipline. It is a muscle. You will fail at first. You will slip up and let a reaction take hold of you. When that happens, don't judge yourself. That's just another reaction. Simply notice it. I reacted. Interesting. Next time, I will widen the gap. It's not about perfection. It's about awareness. Every time you choose not to react, you are reclaiming a piece of your soul. You are telling your biology that you are in charge, not the adrenaline. You are building a fortress that no one can breach without your consent. Observe, don't absorb. Real-world instruction. Today, go looking for a micro-trigger. Find something that usually annoys you. A slow line at the store, a loud neighbor, a glitchy computer. When the annoyance rises, watch it like a scientist. Don't try to make it go away. Just watch it. See how long it takes to dissipate when you don't feed it with your thoughts. You'll find that without your story attached to it, a reaction only lasts about 90 seconds. You have a choice. 90 seconds of chemistry or 9 hours of misery. Which one are you choosing? Observe, don't absorb. That's the key. You've learned to watch your own internal fire without getting burned. You've mastered the anatomy of your reactions. But there are still people in your life who are trying to throw gasoline on your peace. There are people who use their own brokenness as a hook to snag your spirit. You've mastered your own internal chaos. Now it's time to stop managing everyone else's. Chapter 7. Stop fixing people who enjoy being broken. Your help is a lie. I know you want to think of yourself as the savior. You want to believe you are the one person with enough love, enough patience, and enough wisdom to finally turn their life around. But you aren't helping them. You are managing them. You are trying to fix them so that you can finally stop feeling anxious about their choices. That is the hidden truth. Your obsession with saving people is actually a subtle form of control. You want them to change so you can feel better. You are using their progress as a prerequisite for your own peace of mind. And as long as you do that, you are their prisoner. Their chaos is not your assignment. That's the key. You have been recruited into a war you didn't start and a war you cannot win. There are people in this world who do not want to be fixed. They enjoy the attention that comes with being broken. They use their tragedy as a hook. They use their dysfunction as a weapon to keep you close, to keep you paying for their mistakes, and to keep you emotionally tethered to their sinking ship. You have a choice. You can keep throwing your life preservers to someone who keeps cutting the rope, or you can start swimming to shore. You have to realize that some people don't want a way out. They want a witness. They want someone to watch them drown so they don't have to feel alone in the water. But if you stay, you aren't a hero. You are just more wreckage. It's not about unconditional love. It's about the discipline of detachment. Think about the savior complex in families. Think about the parent who pays the debts of a child who refuses to work. Think about the sibling who spends their entire emotional inheritance trying to stabilize a brother or sister who is addicted to the drama of the streets or the bottle. You think you are being loyal. You are actually being an accomplice to their destruction. By removing the consequences of their actions, you are stealing their opportunity to grow. You don't need their permission to stop being their crutch. Every time you step in to save them, you are sending a message to the universe that they are incapable. You are insulting their soul's journey. Worse, you are abandoning your own. While you are busy trying to fix a life that isn't yours, your own life is gathering dust. Your goals are on hold. Your health is declining. Your joy is a secondary thought. Their chaos is not your assignment. That's the key. You must learn the cold grace of letting people face their own shadows. If they want to stay in the dark, let them. That is their right as a human being. You are not God. You do not have the right to interfere with the lessons they have called into their lives. You have a choice. Stop checking on them. Stop asking how they are doing when you know the answer will only bring you down. Stop offering advice to someone who has ignored the last 50 things you told them. When you give advice to a person who enjoys being broken, you aren't helping them solve a problem. You are just giving them more material for their next complaint. It's not about being heartless. It's about being honest. Ask yourself, if this person never changed, would you still be standing there in 5 years? If the answer is no, then why are you standing there today? You are waiting for a version of them that doesn't exist to reward you for your sacrifice. That version is a ghost. You are in love with the potential, and you are being abused by a reality. Their chaos is not your assignment. Real-world instruction. Identify the broken project in your life right now, the person whose name makes your stomach knot when it pops up on your phone. Today, you are going to resign as their manager. You don't need to send a long text. You don't need to explain why. You just need to stop. Stop the checking in. Stop the emergency bank transfers. Stop the 3-hour therapy sessions over coffee. You don't need their permission to resign. They will be angry. They will call you selfish. They will tell you you don't understand. Let them. Their anger is just proof that their control over you is slipping. They are losing their favorite source of energy, and they will fight to keep you in the cycle. This is where your discipline is tested. Can you stay detached when they cry? Can you stay detached when they threaten to fail? It's not about punishing them. It's about reclaiming you. If they're ever going to change, it will be because the pain of staying the same finally became greater than the pain of changing. By helping them, you are keeping their pain levels manageable. You are the reason they haven't changed yet. You are the buffer between them and the bottom. Let them hit the bottom. The bottom is the only place with a solid enough foundation to build a new life. Their chaos is not your assignment. That's the key. You've been so busy